EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Denver Broncos. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check safety. Check safety. Underneath.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Pilot, 64. Weak. Hey, orbit. Ready?
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Shed. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Barkley unable to get away on the first down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Hey. High 7. Check right. Watch 85. I'm going for back. 61. Matchbox lights. Check. Hit it.
First carry for Royce Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Dancing to his left. This one complete to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Off play action. Bryant. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 22 yards there, a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. 3rd down here.
I want to see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
To throw on 3rd down. Bryant caught by the tight end Ertz. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. This is Hill. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
60 or 80 weapons. I got. Mike 5-4. Mike 5. Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and he curls back inside for the completion.
Now Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Recon, 152 fighter.
On play action, Locke. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Off the play fake. Bryant escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. No score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Now Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. On third down, Bryant to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, Alpha. Hey, 5.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 99. Check.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 9. General West. Hey, Foxtrot. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Funches has it complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Denver has a first down on a 15-yard play. Locke now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Hey! Check.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. He's going to have the hook up to Scott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Here's Scott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Boston Scott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 1. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Ready. 47's the mic. Don't let it breathe.
On first down, Bryant. This is taken in by Chad Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Ertz over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. The 40, the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Get ready.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The final shot before break. Bryant. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw on third down. Bryant. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Throwing on first down. Bryant. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 5. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Operating from the gun, Bryant. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here's Locke. And Wilson has it. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Watch the safety creep. 6-6, bullet high. Shoot.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Locke nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He sets to fire deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Off play action. Bryant being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 3. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That throw into the arms of Allen, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Looking to throw. Bryant. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes them play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Back to throw. Bryant. Underneath for Johnson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Philadelphia.
First down, Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a first and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Looking to throw. Bryant. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 4 yards out. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Down.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now it's Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Head up. 60 Pittsburgh. 2 jet bombers. 2 jet bombers. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, exit. Check. Snap.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's locked. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They go to Johnson again. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Philadelphia, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.